the NBA witnessed a sensational display of basketball dominance as the New York Knicks faced off against the Philadelphia 76ers in a matchup that had fans on the edge of their seats. From tip-off, it was clear that both teams had come prepared to assert their authority on the court, with strategies meticulously planned by the coaching staff and players determined to execute them to perfection. The Knicks entered the game with an aggressive offensive mindset, aiming to exploit the 76ers' defensive lapses, while the 76ers sought to leverage their physicality and perimeter shooting to keep the contest competitive. However, the game quickly transformed into a showcase of New York's precision and adaptability, culminating in a decisive 138-89 victory, a margin that stunned analysts and fans alike. From the opening quarter, the Knicks set the tone, executing a high-tempo offense that left the 76ers scrambling. Julius Randle, the team's powerhouse forward, dominated both ends of the court, combining his athleticism and court vision to orchestrate plays and create scoring opportunities. Randle's ability to penetrate the paint forced Philadelphia's defense to collapse, opening up shots for perimeter shooters like R.J. Barrett and Jalen Brunson, who capitalized on the space to drain three-pointers with remarkable efficiency. The Knicks' ball movement and off-the-ball screens disrupted the 76ers' defensive schemes, leading to early turnovers and fast breakpoints that established a commanding lead by halftime. Analysts noted that New York's execution of pick-and-roll plays was near flawless, with Randle consistently finding cutters and spot-up shooters, keeping the 76ers' defense guessing throughout the first half. Philadelphia struggled to find an offensive rhythm against the Knicks' aggressive defensive setups. Joel Embiid, the 76ers' dominant center, faced relentless double teams in the post, limiting his touches and forcing him to rely on contested mid-range jumpers. Despite Embiid's efforts, the Knicks' defensive rotations, led by Mitchell Robinson, clogged passing lanes and contested shots effectively. The 76ers' perimeter shooters, including Tyrese Maxey and James Harden, were unable to find consistent spacing, with the Knicks switching on screens and applying pressure on the ball handler, resulting in multiple forced turnovers. Philadelphia's attempts to run secondary break plays often ended prematurely due to New York's anticipation and quick transitions, highlighting a clear disparity in execution between the two squads. The second half amplified the Knicks' dominance as New York maintained relentless pressure on both ends. The bench players contributed significantly, with Emmanuel quickly injecting energy and scoring in bursts that kept the 76ers off balance. New York's offensive sets emphasized spacing, ball movement, and quick shot opportunities, allowing them to sustain scoring runs and prevent Philadelphia from mounting a comeback. Defensive efforts were equally impressive, with the Knicks' perimeter defenders effectively limiting catch-and-shoot opportunities, while interior defenders continued to contest Embiid's presence in the paint. The 76ers, despite sporadic flashes of brilliance from Maxey and Harden, could not mount sustained runs to close the gap, leaving them trailing by nearly 50 points in a game that would later be described as a complete tactical execution by the Knicks. Key players' performances were instrumental in the outcome. Julius Randle not only led the team in scoring but also demonstrated a remarkable ability to read Philadelphia's defensive schemes and adjust in real time. His versatility, scoring inside, hitting mid-range jumpers, and distributing the ball, underscored his status as one of the league's most dynamic forwards. R.J. Barrett's sharp shooting complemented Randle's presence, as he consistently converted open looks and capitalized on mismatches created by the Knicks' ball movement. Jalen Brunson orchestrated the offense with poise, delivering precision passes and timely scoring bursts that energized the team and the Madison Square Garden crowd. On defense, Mitchell Robinson's rim protection and rebounding presence deterred the 76ers from establishing inside dominance, further widening the performance gap between the teams. From Philadelphia's perspective, Joel Embiid faced a challenging night, as New York's defensive schemes consistently limited his touches and forced him into difficult shot selections. Tyrese Maxey displayed flashes of agility and perimeter shooting but could not find consistent support, while James Harden's efforts to orchestrate the offense were hampered by New York's rotations and closeouts on shooters. The lack of effective secondary scoring and the Knicks' relentless pace compounded Philadelphia's struggles, ultimately resulting in a game that highlighted execution discrepancies and tactical superiority. Analysts noted that the 76ers would need to adjust their defensive schemes and offensive spacing in future matchups to remain competitive against high-tempo teams like New York. The implications of the Knicks' 138-89 triumph extend beyond the scoreboard. For New York, this performance sends a message to the league about their championship aspirations, showcasing the team's offensive versatility, defensive intensity, and depth. The cohesion between starters and bench players, combined with the ability to exploit mismatches, demonstrates that the Knicks are not just capable of sporadic dominance but can sustain high-level performance throughout a game. For Philadelphia, the loss serves as a wake-up call, emphasizing the need for improved defensive rotations, better perimeter spacing, and a more cohesive offensive strategy to maximize the talents of stars like Embiid, Harden, and Maxey. The disparity in execution in this game underscores the importance of adaptability, teamwork, and maintaining consistency across all rotations, lessons that are crucial as the season progresses toward playoff contention. Predictions for future encounters between these two teams will inevitably be influenced by the Knicks' current form. Analysts suggest that New York's aggressive offensive sets and defensive strategies could pose similar challenges for other Eastern Conference teams, potentially positioning the Knicks as serious contenders. Philadelphia, meanwhile, must reevaluate their approach, particularly their reliance on Embiid as the focal point of offense, and explore more dynamic schemes that distribute scoring responsibilities while enhancing defensive coverage. The Knicks' ability to maintain tempo, manage rotations, and execute high-efficiency plays will be key determinants in whether they can replicate such dominance in subsequent matchups, not only against the 76ers but across the league. Beyond statistics and strategy, the Knicks' 138-89 victory had a palpable impact on fan morale and the culture within Madison Square Garden. The crowd's energy amplified the team's performance, highlighting the symbiotic relationship between players and supporters.